Well, it's hello Ellora. Look at this. Today's the March the 20th. Ellora, yet 11 days old. Why have I left it so late? You must be thinking. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I'd let all my hair grow dead wild. I've got all my beard all massive, and I thought I look a right mess. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to wait till I've got my hair cut and a beard trim. So here we go, look. What do you think? Could be mistaken for Tom Hardy or not. So, hello, Ellora. Welcome to the world. You are 11 days old. Tommy, you're 2 months old. Harry and Alfie, of course. Harry and Alfie. So, what's new? I'll tell you what I've done, because this was a special one, because it's Ellora's first one. I wrote a few things down just to make sure that I don't forget. So, I wrote a few notes down here, look, what I'm going to stick to today. So, old people like me will always be out of date, I wrote on this one. Yeah, I know where I was going with that. So what I do is I write my thought processes down, what I was thinking at the time. And then when it comes to doing these, I've got I don't have to think about what I was going to say. So, yeah, so what I mean by that is that as I'm getting older, what am I, 53 now, 54 in July. And all you seem to do, all I seem to do, is think back to when times were better, times are different. But younger people, you lot, moving into the future, I don't know what you're going to be thinking. And it's just, as I'm getting older, I'm just more and more of a dinosaur. Old value views have just gone. You just get accused of being this or being that for even having these particular thought processes. So we'll always be wrong. So what I'm planning on doing is getting to 62. That's my retirement date. Hopefully my crypto, and all my digital access will come in, and we can all be comfortable, all of us. And look forward to a nice retirement. Me retiring, not working, unless I really have to. No, not unless I have to. Unless I want to. That's what I want to be. I want to be in that situation where I work because I want to. Sarah's upstairs. She's had a big operation as well. She had an operation on February the 10th. All went wrong, got loads of infection in it. Emergency operation. She was in a real bad way, and still is, so she's not good. I'm watching a film set in the near future, and we are always going to be the old men that our granddads were. You've got to forgive me because I write these down. I can't think what I was thinking at the time. I'm watching a film set I'm watching a set film in the future where, and we are always going to be old men that our granddads were. Yeah, that's it. Ultimately, so you lot are all going to change into me. You're going to be doing these little video updates, and you're going to be talking to your grandkids and future grandkids. Because I don't even know what the date is in the future when you're looking at these. Because I know you're not looking at them now because you don't know they're here. So it's just a little bit of a log, so you can look back and think, oh, look at Grandad on March the 20th, 2022. Updates on COVID. The Russian war thing. The Russians have invaded Ukraine. Everybody in Ukraine are all fleeing and going everywhere. We never ran anywhere, did we, during the wars? We stayed and we fought. And what I can't understand about that is if that's... They're bombing the cities, why don't they just go to safe places in Ukraine? I just don't get that personally. If London was being bombed now, would everybody move to France? No, you just move up north, wouldn't you? Move up towards, we'll look after you. Right, okay, so I was one of... I'll put this one in here, look. I was born when people from the Jack the Ripper times were alive. I find that fascinating me. See, my grandma was born in 1922. So her mum would have been born, 20 years before that, 25 years before that. That's Jack the Ripper times, isn't it? 1890s. So when you look at people like me who are old, and you think, you all get, I'm only 1 step away, 2 step away, 3 step away from people who were alive during the Jack the Ripper times. So my grandma was born in 1922, my granddad, 1922. I lived with my grandma and granddad. And when you think about when they were born, it was... the First World War had just ended. I've got my dates right there. Yeah, First World War just ended. And World War II had not even started. And the Jack the Ripper times. I just find things like that fascinating, Anyway, I put it on there, so sorry if these are all rubbish. I've rescued a little bird. Yes, 3 weeks ago, yesterday. 3 weeks ago, I was on my walk, doing a 4-mile walk, and I found this little tiny sparrow, tiny little sparrow. So, and it was lying there, and it was so frosty, it had probably been there all night, so it was early in the morning. Eyes had glazed over and everything, but it let me pick it up and walk nearly a mile back to my house. I put it up in the front bedroom and thawed him out. And for 3 weeks, he's been eating, drinking and convalescing. But I put in here, look, little bird I've rescued, and he's trapped in my front bedroom. Or is he? A little bit deep, that one. Is he trapped? Or am I trapped? Who's trapped here? And what we're doing, living in little square boxes. We were not meant to live in little square boxes, were we? We were hunter-gatherers, meant to be out there. And also now I've trapped a little bird in the front bedroom. Anyway, when I wrote this, it's even out of date already because he flew away on Friday. So there's a TV program called The Sopranos, and right at the beginning of that, he befriends some little ducks who land in his swimming pool, and then they fly away eventually, and it saddens him. That's how I was. I felt really, really sad this weekend to lose my little chap, but as long as he's out there and everything's fine, I'm all good with that. Okay. Yeah, I'm in a stage at the minute where it's work, sleep, 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 repeat. So everything's a little bit. With Sarah not working, I'm chucking all the day. I'm working 7 days. Today's Sunday, and I'm working today. So I work in the front. I'm in the front bedroom. I'm on a computer, doing my Zoom training, teaching managers how to be managers. Come downstairs. The sun's out, so I booked a Volkswagen bus. Can you see that on there? Can we see that? Can we see that on there? Can we see that? I'm not doing very good at that, am I? So I'm going to go out and do some work on that in a minute. But I just watch a bit of TV, drink a few beers, and then do it all again. That's my life at the minute. Just giving you an update, in case you're wondering what I was doing when it was 53 years old. What did he do? Working 7 days a week. Work, sleep, work, sleep, work, sleep, watch TV, drink beer, repeat. Another thing I put on here, on the punk scene, I grew up on the punk scene, where you questioned everything, didn't believe anything, didn't believe the government, didn't believe everything. Why is everybody all of a sudden, even my old punk mates, buying into everything that the government are saying? What happened to questioning everything, not believing everything? I just don't get it. Even some of my hardcore punk mates, nobody questions everything. The vaccines, it's a good idea, and I'm not saying it's a good idea or a bad idea. I choose not to have them, that's me. But everything about the Ukraine and the Russian thing, everybody just believes everything everybody's saying. What's the matter with people? What happened to rebellion and going out there and finding out what the truth is? I just don't understand it. And the metaverse. Oh yeah, I'm investing heavily in the metaverse, even though I've been ripped off by a Russian hacker this week. Took £1,000 worth of my stuff. Really made me angry, that did. But we live, we learn, and we get stronger, don't we? So I'm investing heavily into the metaverse. So just write this date down. Today is March the 20th, 2022. The metaverse is not even invented. It's not even a thing. But I'm investing heavily into it because I think it's going to be a thing. I'd like to make a few quid out of it so we can all, us four, and everybody else, of course, have a great future. And the last thing that's on my list is people who won't change things. People who moan that life's crap or life don't do this or life don't do that. But they don't, I'm ill. Well, go out and do something about being ill then. Oh, do you want some water? Would you like some vitamin C? Would you like some tablets that do this? What do I'm eating mushrooms at the minute. I don't like mushrooms, but these are powdered stuff that you find in the woods and the forests and that. And I'm eating powdered version of turkey tails to stop getting cancer in the future. Lion's mane, good for my blood. And the list goes on. I'm even growing my own. I started growing some 3 weeks ago. I'm going to try and live for as long as I can. I want to keep winding people up, try and get in people's faces still. So I can never understand why people moan that life's rubbish and they never refuse to. If it's your health or the job or whatever, do something about it. Get up and get out there. Make it happen. It's a Roy thing. We do that. There is actually something I wrote in bio at the bottom here. Thinking of yourself. Oh yeah, this goes with that one. I was listening to something the other day about the placebo. If you don't know what the placebo is, it's a pill. It going to have to be a pill where it don't actually do anything, but you believe it's going to make you better. Your brain's a very powerful thing. You can actually think yourself better, and I've been proving that time and time again. My mates, the people I'm with. I've said to them that, you can do this, you can do that. The power of suggestion, it's massive. When people have been injured and I've said, it's nothing, it's fine. And instantly they've calmed down because I've told them it is. And then they see it in the mirror going, oh my God. You can think yourself better. The placebo effect, and if you look at the history behind the placebo, where it came from during, I think it was World War One, when they ran out of morphine, so they started giving people saline solution. They thinking it was morphine, and they didn't go into shock and they didn't die, where the majority of them did who didn't get the morphine. What does that tell you? The brain is a very, very powerful thing. Right, that was a long overdue update for you, Ellora. So that one's just dedicated to you, and also Tommy, and also Alfie and Harry. So I'll be back when I've got something a little bit more interesting to say. Sorry, this one's a bit boring and a bit lengthy, but it was overdue an update. So there you go. There's your granddad talking to you. I'm actually going to also put all these onto a memory stick and upload them to the cloud, because YouTube, they could even start taking them off. They're censoring loads of people I listen to on YouTube. You can't say this, you can't say that. Even the fact I've just said that I have not personally had the vaccine, they could say, oh, he's an anti-vaxxer, let's get him off YouTube. So just in case something happens to YouTube in the future, I'm going to download them all and all upload them to the cloud, and then they're there forever. Because there's quite a few of these now, isn't there? So good reference points for when you're older, so you can look back and see what your old granddad was saying about stuff. Russians, don't believe everything you hear, but they're not good people. I'm not saying for a minute they are. And don't believe everything you hear, look into everything, never accept anything, question everything. Question everything. Look on both sides. Check out the narrative. Okay, live strong. Peace.